Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is LolaAjisafe here. Yeah, a couple things going on, but like I promised, beginning of the season, I might be late, but I'll be right on time, and I wasn't going to skip a video, so it's going to be a short video for Ready to Love episode 11, and it's Meet the Fam. Like, I apologize. So before I begin, housekeeping rules, please don't forget to like the video coming in. If you have something to say, even if you don't have something to say, drop down and say something. And last but not least, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and let's get with it. So I know you're already ahead, but we're catching up, and let's just talk about it, just because this is a promise. Like I said, this is what I was going to do. I was going to skip a video, so I'm not skipping a video. All right, so we're in the men's lounge. Final three. Terrific three, terrible three, whichever you want to call it. There's Maury, Phil, and Quentin. This is the most unusual season yet, I guess, in their bid to, drum up real connections or more serious people, because they really haven't had. Do they have anybody left over? I don't know. Any lasting relationships? They've really reshuffled this. This season seems really reshuffled because, yeah, that's all I have to say. This just seems a really odd triplet. Like, Maury made it to the end. I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised. So let's get into it. So Uncle Nephew Tommy says that what's up. Like, of course, this is getting advice from their family. So last week they had met the friends. So this week now the ladies are going to be meeting their family, and family, they don't hold their punches. The family are going to tell you what they feel, supposedly, and tell you how it looks, what it goes, and they know you, and they can, particularly if you're a man and you have a sister or a mother, we see things that you don't see, so we're here to break it down for you, supposedly. I mean, as it is right now, honestly, at the top of this episode, the only semi-connection is Janelle and Quentin. And I say semi because I'm not sure. I know Quentin is really, besotted with Janelle, but in reality, not because of their age, but more so like, coming out of this situation, I'm curious to see how they will go the distance, because they're definitely something. They seem to be very well, differences attract, opposites attract, but I'm really curious to see how they'll maneuver themselves outside of this scenario. But for now, we can definitely say that we saw a connection between Quentin and Janelle from the start, although I honestly feel like Janelle probably preferred Herbert, but Herbert just didn't step up. He never did step up. He left her kind of guessing. In my mind, I saw Herbert as the first choice. But that's just me. I'm just observing from the outside. I wasn't in the house with her. I'm not in her mind. But Herbert just looked like the person she set her eyes on if he did what he was meant to do. So the first Meet the Fam is Quentin with his cousin Darius meeting Janelle and Lee. So he meets up with Lee first. It seemed like really nice, back and forth. But what we got out of this meeting here was definitely that, Quentin is admitting and saying, yes, I dropped the ball with you. I completely ignored you in the house. For me, I'm just like, I'm done with that. Like, now you're telling me because Janelle's not here. It is like a game kind of situation, game show. But in real life, if that occurs, women, if that occurs, if you're left in a situation wondering, doubting, please don't waste your time doubting. Just carry your little purse, whether it's from wherever it's from, and exit stage left. Honestly, I mean, you can have a conversation if you choose to, but I think action speaks louder than words. 1, 2, your actions and your words need to line up. His actions were whispering, and his words and his actions are just like mismatch. So lukewarm means no. Like, if you're getting mixed signals or mixed messages, that's a no. But you're trying to be nice or trying to play a game. I still stand by, like, if he won't be there, then he's going to be there. Now, if you're going with the new age stuff, like if he doesn't know, I just think that if you're looking for someone who's going to stand for you, if he can't stand for you in the beginning, he's definitely not going to stand for you in the middle or the end. So you'll be left wanting. So don't even start something that's going to leave you with tears on your pillow every other night. Just, I'm done. So already, I hear what, Bra was saying, admitting to, but Like Leah, I'll just be looking like, all right, I hear you. But I think when someone acts a certain way, there's nothing left to be said, honestly. Because if you think about the scene right where they were fishing and she's having a conversation with him, immediately Janelle pops out through the door and and he completely shuts down on Lee. That's never made time. At least from what she said, we didn't see anything on tape, but from what she's told us, he never made time to sit with her. He had two interests, but now he was acting like he had one interest. So now you want to double back and come and say, oh, you want to use me as your backup. That's what it looked like to me, but let's leave that alone. So anyway, nice cute conversation with cousin Darius. You know, he likes her, she's got warm energy. He's saying all these things, that she's kind, she's this, she's that. My guy, I'm not impressed. Lee's not impressed. None of us are impressed, but keep playing. So next scene, you know, Darius meets up with, and you know, it's all over the place. Next scene, Darius meets up with Janelle. I've got nothing to say here, but definitely I can see that Quentin appears to be besotted with Janelle. So let everybody, you know, bear their father's name and move. That's what I see. Because even Darius, I think, said as much as that he felt he saw something different when Quentin was with Janelle. So you know what God has put together, let no man put asunder. So let's not be playing with Lee here. But I guess maybe the producers don't want, I don't know, I'm not sure what the game is, but anyway, he's still acting like he interested. All right, so the next meeting, Phil's aunt and I think a cousin meet up with Aries. It's a little cute, you know. She does, I don't remember, but she goes on to expatiate that some of their connection was they had both shared the experience of losing their fathers. She more recently, so she was able to trauma bond. I'm throwing that, you know, buzzword out there, but they were able to bond over that, or that was part of what they could understand, where she could just kind of, you know, lean against him for that. Maybe that's what brought them closer together. And then of course the issue of financial stability comes up. Let's be real, it wouldn't have come up if, and I know editing is a thing, but he himself, I guess in the interest of being transparent, I talked about, you know, switching careers, this, that. And I if I'm hearing correctly, y'all tell me, he's saying now that he's a comedian. And I don't know if that's his full-time gig. What I did get from what he said in the past is that he's recently switched. Because she had asked him something about stability and said if you had asked him 4 months ago, he wouldn't be ready. 4 months is not enough time to build a portfolio, I'm sorry. So he himself, in not so many words, has thrown out warning signals that my guy, my girl, really, lady, please don't expect me to be paying for all the lunches and the dinners. I'm going to need you to chip in. That's what I heard. Like, he let her know that I don't got it like you got it, but I'm going to be here for a good time. I'm going to give you a good time. I'm going to make you smile, but I don't got it. But in the same breath, after doing all of that, because she don't necessarily know his financial situation, and I do appreciate him coming up front, but at the same time, why is he acting surprised and brand new, like, oh, why is she asking me about financial stability? I think it's as easy as A, B, C, D. If you recently switched, or you jumped, because when he was talking about it, jump from here, change this, change that, clearly you have not been established in this recent venture that you're in. So it's going to require some time to grow and develop. Both, you'll need to go invest time before you get any money. So him acting all brand new, like, why is she talking about financial stability? My guy, you're in your 40s, she's in her 40s. I believe y'all both have kids. This is not about rosy, ringa roses, you know, I can't see anything, love. Yeah, love is all beautiful, it's all good and well, but at the same time, one need to be practical. We need to be practical, you've got responsibilities. So I don't understand, like, his surprise, or maybe it's the way it was edited, but because, guy, let's be realistic. Like, at this age, oh, he looked good, oh, he's a lot of fun, he make me laugh, is really not going to keep everything, you know, solo dolo. It's not going to keep everything solid. It will not be solid if the other things are not solid. Because at this point, responsibilities, if you don't take care of responsibilities, they can be crippling. And when what are the things that break up a relationship? People will say money, sex, the lack of money, and then poor communication. And I can't even put them in order. They're all required for everything. Like, for those of you who are eating normally now, those on low sodium diets, please don't come at me or at me in the comments, but those of you eating normally, you're going to need some flavoring and seasoning, including salt, to make your dish taste nice. Without those three components, and they're not going to be perfect, but doing a balancing act in relationship not going to work. Relationship's not going to hold water. Relationship's not going to happen. You're going to need those 3 things. So if already one in the financial block already, you can see up front. There's one thing we Nigerians say is that before you go into a relationship, they say shine your eyes, open and look, pay attention. Because when you get in a relationship, they just say now close your eyes if you want it to last. So at this point, it's wise of her. That bell that's ringing, speak up. Like, yo, something's not kosher, it's not kosher, something's not right. So I'm not mad at her bringing it up. She brought it up in front of his relatives. Everybody looking around like the eyes darting like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Everybody looking surprised. Everybody, why are you all looking surprised? We know what the deal is. Y'all know what the deal is more than we do. But that's okay. It's TV, so y'all gonna act surprised, gonna keep it kosher for your cuz. I get it. Next person, Marie. He got 2 peoples. He got Jessica and his last minute arrangement, Katerina. And they meet I believe he says his eldest cousin, Aquanette. She playing like a double agent. Because for both ladies, she was like, ooh, 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 just, oh, you're so lovely. Ooh, you're so nice. Ooh, I like you. But it did seem more sincere on Katerina's side, because when she saw Katerina, she gave her a hug. And she just seemed to be more with her. But can I be honest with you? Can we be honest with each other? Do you all see any chemistry between any of those 3 people? Whether it's between Marie and Jessica or between Marie and Katerina? Honestly, no. That seems 100% manufactured. Like, let's get to the finish line kind of manufactured. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing based on the edits from OWN Network. They look like they have 0. What did I say? 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I don't see any connection between either of them. Let's even think, who Mario connected to, really? I waited long enough. I was waiting to hear what y'all have to say. Nothing came to mind. Okay. Who Jessica had a semi-connection to? The guy that cursed out last week, my bro Chris. And their situation reminds me of, a couple seasons ago, this couple that she ended up was it Kyra? Kyra the lawyer, I don't know where it was. Kyra the lawyer had turned down dark, tall and handsome dude. I don't remember his name, forgive me, but there still seemed to be something. She turned him down, she chose herself, but there still seemed to be something. So they had somewhat separated episodes ago, but there's still something. I'm just saying what I saw. I don't know, I wasn't there, I may be wrong, but I'm just saying based on my observation, there's still some like there's still something. Chris may still like her, I'm not sure. Although, maybe not, maybe he does. And then she still like him, because what I see between her and bruh, I'm sorry, I don't see nothing. I didn't see nothing. I know she said they were talking, but ladies, and I know, and I want to say most people have had this. Have you had a phone, I won't call it a relationship, a phone ship with a dude? Having conversations and talking and chatting and catching up on the phone and being in person are 2 different things. You can have a great chemistry talking, have a conversation, and you can be in front of that person and be like, yeah, I don't feel it. Honestly, that's what it looked like to me. Like they probably had great conversations, so they know each other, know of each other. But if that ingredient, if that salt is missing, that seasoning is missing, and that seasoning looked like missing between Marie and Jessica. But I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I just don't see it. They had a great phone conversation, but I don't see it when they're together. They seem very corporate. Now, I may be wrong. It may change. But as of that time, I don't know how it is today, but as of that time, I see 0. I'm going again with the 0 chemistry. I don't see it. So I don't know how this is going to play out. Katerina, we know the whole thing with Katerina started when Katerina noticed that she looked up and at the end of the season, she don't have anybody. The person she had small chemistry with, they sent him home. The coup plotters, J&J, Frick&Frack, sent Chris home. And Chris was an interest to many people though. But these girls like Mumus, they shall let Chris be sent home. And Chris, played himself at the last scene. We still don't know the whole details, why, how, boom, happened. But it didn't look great. We're going to see we'll probably see it in reunion exactly what transpired. And it's going to be hard to explain away him losing his cool, So I'm very curious to hear about it. But that's that with those, with Maury, with his connections. He made it to the end, but I'm not really buying it. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. Alright, so Lee meets up with Quinton for a final time. Quinton trying to smooth the waters. He trying to take 2 people into the final. First of all, he started talking about, you know, that Janelle and Lee are very similar. My guy, if you're rapping with a chick, please don't start comparing them. Oh, you're very similar. That's not going to hold water. It's not a compliment. Please don't compare me to somebody else. Particularly how Janelle has displayed, or what we've seen. Let me correct myself. What I've seen of the edits on Own Network based on Janelle. Please don't tell me that we're alike, because that's not complimentary in any fashion whatsoever. Because all I've seen her have combative moments with different ladies on the show. So first of all, you failed with that one. Foul. That was a foul. You shouldn't have said that. Give you a stop sign. You shouldn't have said that. 1, 2. Then he say he has a strong connection with Janelle, but he also has a strong connection with Lee. That's cap. You know what the kids say? That's cap. My guy, that's cap. Now I'm not understanding why you are trying to deceive this young lady. Because at this point, you know that your eye is with Janelle. So why would you deceive her up to a certain point? That's wrong. Pure. Maybe something transpired behind the scenes and you're just keeping up cameras. I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to put a cap there. My guy, you do all these baseball dates to deceive this lovely young lady. She don't deserve that. She deserves to be treated like a queen. You didn't treat her like a queen. You treated her like second choice. Now, when it was, or like you treat her like a jump off. When Janelle is not around, all of a sudden it's like, oh, we have a connection. That's an insult. You've insulted her, and you've insulted us. And Quinton, I've been batting for you, talking about you're emotionally intelligent, you're this and that, but like what you're doing with, like, there's a way to be. You probably shouldn't have even organized that date or allowed them to connect you with her, so you won't deceive her further, because that's dishonest. Everybody's having final dates. So Maury meets up with Jessica, so we already know where Maury wants to go. I mean, they recap the Chris thing. Maury, what's your business? I mean, and it seems like there was a live that Crystal XO had, where she had Maury and Chris on a live. Maury would come in like a bulldog. Like, I'm like, what he mad about? Like, he was just really aggressive, so it really was hard to get. Meanwhile, Chris was chilling. Like, they seemed to be like somebody was chilling in Hawaii and somebody was, you know, downtown Atlanta. Not even downtown, because downtown Atlanta is nice now. Like, you know, when Bowen Holmes was still there, like someone was in the hood. Like, so Maury was in the hood mad about something, and Chris was in Hawaii living his best life. It seemed so weird. I couldn't make sense of. Maury is really mad and angry and aggressive and rude, and Chris is smiling, saying, my dog. Like, there's, you know, when stuff doesn't make sense, means that we don't have all the details. Some context is lost on us. Maybe it's going to be fulfilled during the reunion, let's see, but some context is lost. We're missing some vital information because it's mismatched. It doesn't make sense. Like, Mario was mad on that live, mad. I'm like, my G, you came across as a gentleman on the show, which is why when we talk about TV and the real person, they're two different people. Mario came like rah 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 rah. There's a way you can express your distaste for a gentleman and not be rude, particularly because you're in the company of, you know, Crystal is a woman. You're in the company of Crystal, and it's not being fake. It's just being like, you know, with, like, let's say if Murray was truly, I don't know what happened, he could express his distaste in just, you know, hey. But I'm not telling him to be what he's not. Whatever he is. But yeah, he was barking real loud. It just seemed a lot. So there's something there, something he's feeling that Chris wasn't feeling. So I don't know. And at the end of it, we didn't prove Chris to be a liar. You know, on all his, I couldn't say, okay, Murray said he's a liar, but the stuff they were saying he's lying about it didn't follow. Like, I'll be quite frank, I got bored. Like, okay, I see you angry, but I can't see what you're angry about. Because last this reality TV, which made not real. Because everybody know reality TV has script writers, screenwriters, production team, editing team. Now, how real is that? So I don't know. I still don't know. The jury's out. And then they talk about his desire to move to Africa. I'm not mad at anybody who wants to get in touch with where we're all originally from. We're all from there, and he wants to get in touch. I'm not mad at that. That's his desire. Jessica, I don't know how she feel about that. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. That's for the future. Let's see if they can make it past the 1 year mark. So right towards the end of the episode, I don't know if you know, Quentin had leveled with Lee, or Lee could just see the writing on the wall, and she decided to just extend her stay as long as reasonably possible before she would get embarrassed. But truth is, yeah, I don't even know why she waited this long. She know. I feel like she should have told Uncle Nephew Tommy when she left the house that there's nothing here. But she meets up Uncle Nephew Tommy, said that she don't see anything, that she's been treated as, you know, second best. So she ready to, you know, self disqualify. So she's leaving the house. I mean, she should have been left. Like, yeah, I feel like once Chris left, she said just tipped her cap. They're going to deliberation. The guys are talking, and once again Philly's acting like he's surprised about the financial piece. Guy, she's already warning you of what's to come. That's a problem for her, and you haven't addressed her concerns. To be quite frank with you, you're just acting surprised, or maybe they didn't show us you detailing your explanation to make her feel comfortable. All you're doing is yeah, you're doing teenage love. Let me get you a rose, let me get you a box of chocolates, make everything better. No, after a certain age, it takes more than that. It's more than that is required as an adult to you know, calm down fears, because we're talking about real life stuff. Nothing worse than seeing your child go hungry. Now I'm being a little bit dramatic here, forgive me, but just to get my point across, there's nothing worse than seeing your child, somebody you sired, go hungry or go without something because of a decision you made. Let's all not see that in the name of Jesus. So I get where she's coming from, and him not really paying attention to that concern but making it sound like it's based on nothing is not practical. It's a little bit deluded, but that's just my opinion. So at the end of the 11th episode, and we're about to go into the Choose Me, I Choose You episode. So guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Lola, over and out.